125th. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building. This is 1 West, 125th. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. Beards, braids, and boots, even though I got a bald head, long nose. Pistol, I feel that bitch with bald heads, all prank. Tissue pulling up that boy's head. Shit's chopped, looking like a bull's at a street fight, 2 hands faster than the Honda. You don't want no problems, roll up on you like Blanca. 1 West, that's the mantra. Red hairband with a spray gun like Contra. Check your attitude, the gear stretch, longitude, the latitude. Come on. I'm a priest, bitch, so some fucking gratitude to tell I'm 1 West by the way I walk, way I talk. 125th, straight New York. Ballin', nigga. And I'm a reppin' to the death of me. I die for the guy on the right or the left of me. You turn into beast mode, I turn into priest mode. Get to knocking niggas out like Craig for thinking they default. It's 1 West, 125th. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building. This is 1 West, 125th. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. Hardcore, men at war. I just follow Captain Yachty, with him I go. I might lose my shit, for him I blow and get the picking niggas off through that one I scope. We got a garment down to the foot, girdle around the paps, not a scuff on the boot. Yeah. You niggas try and look tough and look cute while we rock rough and stuff until your stuffing loose. Been held back too long, now we busting loose, breaking down the barriers, this destructive truth. I was talking to a dumb nigga rhyme and he said we the Israelites, that's no denying. I said yeah, but you ain't in compliance, you trying to be Kyrie, I'm trying to be General Muhammad. That's right. It make me want to break a nigga's spine and do what a doc can't even fucking realign him. I get a nigga to get a nigga on consignment. It's 1 West, 125th. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building. This is 1 West, 125th. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. They let the priests in the building, nigga. This the truth, this the home. Home of the truth. When niggas ain't gotta roam. Yeah. When niggas ain't gotta die alone. Put a nigga on both sides, you ain't gotta die alone. Be like, that nigga deader than a motherfucker. I brought my sword back wetter than a motherfucker. Fuck the turtles. I'm shredded like a motherfucker. In this gym trying to get shredded like a motherfucker. The loose can and the firebomb. Everything on this gun custom like a Dawana. Call one Yala. The Kwa, Rasan, the Makia, Yahaja, Malakati, Yaganan. Let's go! They let the priests in the building, nigga, waking up on people. Even when we chillin', nigga, fuck them fake camps. Better get with the realer niggas. For Christ come back and say, kill them niggas! Go ahead and clap it up. Shalom Israel, we're the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the Commanding General Yohana. This is ISUPK Austin Tuesday Brotherhood class. Brotherhood and sisterhood is a weapon. Brotherhood and sisterhood is the weapon we're going to use to get up out of these hellacious conditions that we are in. Okay? It's time for so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come together so we can understand who we are and what we are supposed to be doing. All right? What we're supposed to be doing is coming together as a nation and following these laws, statutes, and commandments. If anybody got any questions, of course, in the room, you can raise your hand. If you've got questions online, you can chat them in. All right? Lord willing, we'll get to them. But yeah, we got to understand. We got to understand that we need each other. We need each other so we know the times that we are in. So we know what's going to be happening. All right? See, your oppressors, they know what's going to happen. They are preparing for Armageddon. Okay? They are preparing for war. All right? They are preparing because they know that they're going to have to fight against Christ. They know that it's going to be a battle, and it will be the last battle, the last war. All right? And with that, our King, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, he will rule over this earth. Okay? He will bring that righteous rulership that this earth so needs. All right? And they know that they're going to have to fight him. All right. And when people see that it is a black man from the tribe of Judah, they are going to go crazy, you know. And see, that's what's so heavy about this. When we thought we were nothing, we thought we could never be anything good. Okay, we thought nothing ever good could happen to us. We thought we were the scum of the earth, not knowing we were God's chosen people. All right, give me Hosea 4:6. We were God's chosen people, and in being God's chosen people, we have to understand that these things that happen to us have destroyed us. Okay? Go ahead and read that.
Book of Hosea, chapter 4, and verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
You see, it says right there, my people. That is possessive. The Lord has a people. The Lord said his people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. See, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. That's why we don't even know that we at war. Okay? We sitting over here, we want to be a little baby. We want to be, what's the sexy red? Okay? That's who we looking up to. That's who we think is cool. Okay? All the disgusting and despicable things that all the people do on the earth. Look at who we look up to. Look at who our community looks up to. Okay? It's so bad we don't even know that we're at war. And the Lord said, we don't know why. Go ahead. Because what?
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Since we have rejected that knowledge, the Most High rejected us. And that's why what we think is cool or the it thing or the right thing to do is absolutely wrong. It's absolutely devastating to our nation. See, we are supposed to be a righteous nation unto the Most High, but we are wicked and disgusting because we love to live in our lust. They make it not right. You can't even shame a woman. You know what I mean? You can't shame a man. You can't shame anybody. Nowadays, you have to accept anything. Okay? And if you don't accept it, then you look at like you're the bad guy, like you the bad person. Okay? Read that again from the top.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children.
You wonder why your children are doing all these things? You wonder why your children are out there experiencing with drugs at 12? Huh? Do you wonder? Do you wonder why your daughter is coming home pregnant at 12? Because the Lord has forgotten our children, because we have forgotten the laws of God. All right? Christianity teaches you what? What they teach you, young man, about the laws of God? They teach you can do whatever you want because the law is done away with. And no matter how you lived your life, as soon as you perish, what do they say? He's in heaven looking down upon me. It don't matter. He could be a mass unaliver, been gang banging since the 5th grade, okay? But to grandma, he in heaven looking down, and nothing should have ever happened to him. He was a good man, okay? No, he wasn't. All right? No, he wasn't. And our children are forgotten because our Christian pastor told us that the one thing that gives us the power of the Most High, the one thing they say is done away with, and that's is these laws, okay? Now we're going to get into this article because your enemies understand that they are going to have to go to war. They know that, Yagana. You might not believe Christ is coming back for war, but your enemy definitely does. Why do you think they have a space force? You think I got a space force to fight little green men? That's not what they got that for. Okay? All right, let me stop sharing this. Oh, you got you got it. Yeah, go ahead.
Israel's top rules, ultra-Orthodox Jews must be drafted into military. And below to the term Yahoo, ultra-Orthodox Jews men protest in Jerusalem against compulsory military service on April 11th.
All right, now let me say this. All right, so it says Israel's top court rules: ultra-Orthodox Jews must be drafted. Okay, these are the Jews that's supposed to have like the strict guidelines and all of that thing. Get to get down into it later, but your enemy knows that it's a time for war. The Lord is going to get everybody in one spot, so Christ could, so we could come with Christ and defeat our enemies. Okay, so what are all these other nations doing? Just like America, they ready to bring the draft back, right? Well, so is every other nation, because your enemy knows they're going to need men. What they don't know is it's not going to help them. What they don't know is they don't have a shot, but they think they do. And they're going to stand bold and pound their chest and try to fight against our king. But for them, it's not going to be a good day. It's going to be what we call a day of reckoning. All right? Continue reading.
Israel's Supreme Court on Tuesday ordered the government to draft ultra-Orthodox Jews to the military, delivering a blow to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that has the potential to unravel his ruling coalition.
Continue.
The court also ordered the government to withdraw funding from any religious school or yeshivas whose students do not comply with draft notices.
So they're saying, and the court ordered the government say withdraw funding from any of their religious institutions if they deny this draft. If they don't want to come in here and fight in these wars, because they know what's going to go down. Everybody in the earth is knowing, and that's what they're doing. This is when we read articles like this, we know what? We know that they are preparing. They are preparing for battle. What are you going to do? When are we going to prepare? When are we going to stop serving our flesh, serving our lust, and prepare for this war? Because if not, we'll be sinking right under with them. Okay? Continue reading.
The government wanted to distinguish at the level of law enforcement between individuals based on their group affiliation. The court said in its ruling it was determining that by doing so, the government seriously harmed the rule of law and the principle according to which all individuals are equal before the law.
You see, that's the whole thing. A lot of people, they want to talk this equality, right? Well, if you want to be equal, get your tail out there and fight. Get your tail out there and get in the draft, because you want equality. They want to be equal. They said, nah, you ain't going to get the perks, but my son has to go fight and your son doesn't because you're an ultra-Orthodox Jew. A Hadari or something, I believe. It'll get down to it. Go ahead.
Even with the LGBT, if you're a woman that wants to be a man, or even if you're a woman that got your sex changed to a man, you want to get drafted.
Right.
But they want to be equal, only when it's convenient for them.
Exactly. They just need to get drafted. Okay? It's going to get deep. Continue reading.
Ultra-Orthodox or Haredi Jews have, for all intents and purposes, been exempt from national mandatory military
They've been
service.
what?
Exempt.
See, they was exempt. They religious, my religious views. They was exempt. Okay? But they letting them know now that exemption has ran out. That's your grace, Christians. It's going to come a time where your grace is going to run out, when your exemption is going to run out. And I pray you understand. Go ahead.
Exempt from national mandatory military service. Since Israel founding Palestine, citizens of Israel are also exempt. Ultra-Orthodox men spent much of their early lives out of the workforce, entirely devoted to religious study. The view yeshivas also fundamental to the preservation of Judaism. That's important to Israel's defense as the military.
So they're saying these Jews that devoted their lives, okay, they stayed out of the workforce and they devoted their lives. They said, well, these yeshivas as fundamental to the preservation of Judaism is as important as the defense of their military. So they're basically naming them the priest. Okay, that's what they're saying. They're saying they're the priest, so they shouldn't have to go to the war. Okay, continue.
Salaki, I wanted all these priests. A lot of them have devoted their lives to studying and being a so-called Jewish priest. They don't know how to do anything
At all.
They're gonna go to that war, and you know they're gonna be on the live like that. They just shaking in their boots
like that. They're not ready. They're not built for warfare because they're not Yasharallah. They claim to be you. You're built for warfare. You came up in the ghettos. You came up in the barrios. You came up in the reservations. You came up against your oppressor, who is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You came up through poverty. You was hungry every damn day. How many days were you hungry? Every day. Okay? How many times did your lights get cut off? All the time. Your water. Okay? We come up in poverty. We're built tough. They're not built for that. They can't turn the microwave on the Sabbath. They're not built to heat up chicken on the Sabbath. Well, I'll tell you in here, we're going to heat up all the chicken. We're going to cook all the food, okay? And we're going to do what we are supposed to do. We're going to get our rest, or we're going to go to camp and blaze on the devil and let him know he's the devil, and let him know that he is not you and that he is not built for war like you're built for war. That's why all their war tactics are very conniving and you know, their strategies are perverted. Okay, they'll do anything. They're trying to hit one person over here, so they'll just say, well, just drop a bomb on all of them. You looking for one person. The rest of these people ain't got nothing to do with this. They'll just fly a remote control plane into you. Okay, this is what they do. They're very diabolical in what they do. Go ahead.
Most Israelis believe ultra-Orthodox men should serve in the military.
Check out whatever that was.
According to recent polls, but
maybe somebody
our parties have been staunchly opposed to efforts to rescind the draft exemption. Netanyahu's fragile government coalition relies on two Haradah parties, United Torah, Judaism, and Shas, to govern. He has for weeks been trying to advance legislation through Israel's parliament. The new set that would enshrine in law of draft exemption for Haradah men. The decision comes at a critical time for a country at war for nearly 9 months.
You see, this is how the Lord moves. So they've been going to war with Gaza, and since they've been going to war with Gaza, they've been fighting on these fronts. All right, and you taking these losses. So now what they want to do to recoup the losses is put these men in the draft. These men who were supposed to be their priests, who were supposed to be of high esteem, now they're going to be fighting in their militaries. Okay? And it's because they've been at war for nearly 9 months. They're thinking, well, now I'm going to need more bodies. I need more soldiers. Okay? Not understanding that this is the Lord's will. The Lord is trying to build you up, helping you pump you up, like he did Pharaoh in Egypt. Okay, and once these militaries get stronger and they get bigger, they're gonna feel more powerful. They're gonna feel like they can do more things, and as doing that, they're gonna all pump themselves up. We'll all meet at that one place, right? The Valley of Jehoshaphat. Oh, and there'll be a battle. Okay. And that's what's going to happen. That is the times to come. That's what we have to understand. All right. And all these things are just pieces to the puzzle. All right. Continue reading.
And a prime minister whose far-right government lost its veneer of wartime solidarity early this month, when Benny Gantz, an opposition leader, left Netanyahu's war cabinet, and although Israel's military chief felicity decree manpower shortfalls, this ruling is unlikely to result in large numbers of ultra-Orthodox men joining ranks anytime soon.
Continue reading.
More Israelis believe changes should be made to the religious military exemption. In a February poll, 64% of the Israelis and 70% of Jewish Israelis said the ultra-Orthodox exemption from military services should be changed, compared with only 19% ultra-Orthodox Israelis.
So they took a poll, and all these people, okay, it said the Israelis, the Jewish Israelis, said that the ultra-Orthodox exemption from military service should be changed, because if their sons have to go fight, they want their sons to have to go fight. It said, hey, here's the poll. For the total, 64% yes, 22% no. For the Jews, 70% yes, 22% no. Ultra-Orthodox, 19% yes, okay, and 69% no, because they don't want to go to war. They don't want to have to do nothing but whatever the hell they do, okay? I guess go, put that little weird hair and speak that Yiddish. I don't know what the hell they do besides not a damn thing for the Most High. Continue reading.
The Supreme Court ruling puts an end to 76 years of unlawful inequality and discrimination.
You see, they said by letting them join to fight, they said they put a 76-year end to unlawful inequality and discrimination. Okay, they're saying you're not discriminated. It's fair. Come up in here. Go ahead.
Eliad Shraga, chair of the movement of quality government in Israel, the main petitioner in the case, said in a statement, "We will no longer agree to the absurd situation where there are those who give to the state, contribute, and even risk their lives, and there are those who do nothing."
And there are what?
Those who do nothing.
You see, because that's what you're doing when you in this so-called Judaism. You ain't doing a damn thing. Okay? They going to war. They say we will no longer agree to these absurd situations where those who give to the state contribute and even risk their lives. Okay? So they have to give. They have to contribute. Okay? They have to give to the state. They have to pay their taxes. They have to do their share. They have to do their part. They said, but there are those who don't do nothing. Okay? And since they don't do nothing, we want equality. Okay? We want to put a 76-year end to that unlawful inequality and discrimination. Go ahead.
Netanyahu's party, Likud, said in a statement reacting to the ruling that legislation remained the real solution to the conscription problem and not a high court ruling. Ayer Dara, leader of the Shas party, decried the ruling. Even here in the Jewish state, alongside our precious fighters who sacrificed their lives against the enemies, we will continue to guard those who learn the Torah, which preserves our special power, creates miracles in battle. He said, according to the Yet news site, whoever tried to disconnect the people of Israel from the Torah in the past failed miserably.
Continue reading.
Nevertheless, Moshe Roth, a member of the set from the United Torah Judaism Party, on Tuesday downplayed the ruling. Nothing is going to change. Practically, Roth told CNN, many see this as a kind of muscle flexing.
You see, so they said they're going to keep supporting it, all right? And they said this ain't nothing but muscle flexing, that nothing in practically is going to change, okay? Because they don't want no parts of having to be in the military, all right? They don't want to do anything like that, but I don't blame them. Go ahead, continue reading.
Although the Israel Defense Forces is now legally obligated to draft Haradah men, military leaders say they are not prepared to do so when Maseh, ultra-Orthodox men who already serve in some small numbers in the military have particular religious requirements, and so they usually serve in special units.
Yeah, put them, to put them there as what? The chapel? Is that what they do in Esau's army? Make them a chapel? Okay, continue reading.
According to the calculations of the army, there are 1,800 that were conscripted last year. Gilgad Malak, director of ultra-Orthodox Israel's program at the Israel Democracy Institute, said after the ruling, the army needs to do some change in order to conscript them. According to the army, next year the army can receive 4,800.
All right, let's drop that because I want to get to some scriptures. Let me stop that. Also, Nakwa, Salak, you want the class? All right, Most High in Christ. All right, let's share. Let's get to some scriptures. Let's get into this because your enemy is preparing for Armageddon. Okay. Yeah, we'll just get right up into it. Let's get Daniel 10:5. Well, let me see. For time's sake, I might. Matter of fact, let me get Matthew 24:3. Let's start there.
Book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 3.
Huh?
When as he sat
God.
on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
So while he was sitting on the Mount of Olives, right, the disciples came to him. They came privately. They were saying, tell us these things that should be. Tell us the sign of thy coming and tell us the end of the world. We want to know, okay? We want to understand this. We want to know what's going to happen. You know how we are. We always want to know something. You know? We always want to, hey, yeah. Fuck, yes, sir. All right, so when you come back, how's it going to be? You going That's how we are. All right, continue reading.
Verse 4. Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you.
Take heed that no man deceive you. Okay? There is deception all over this world. There is deception in things that you believed your whole life were good. You believed that Christian church was good. You believed Christianity was good. You believed Islam was good. Well, you believed all these things. Okay? But it said, take heed that no man deceive you. Don't let these people be out here deceiving you. Don't let some rapper deceive you and take away all of your honor, okay, to where you're just out here doing despicable things, having absolutely no morals, okay? Don't let no man deceive you. We're being deceived through these fake Israelite camps. We're being deceived through Christianity. We're being deceived through our oppressor, all right? Your oppressor, he fights you on all fronts. The war that he has with so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, it's very calculative, right? That's why it says he is he's cunning. Okay, he is what did it say? He is more cunning than any beast in the field. More crafty. Salaki. It's crafty. All right, continue reading.
Verse 5. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Many gonna come. Many gonna come telling you this is where the truth is. I got the truth. And you are going to be deceived. Okay? Continue reading.
Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
See, don't think all these things are don't be scared. That's what they say when they say don't be troubled, don't be scared. You don't have to fear these things. Don't be scared when you see these military and these governments boasting up their militaries. Don't be scared when you see these parliaments being overtaken. All right? And it's all about war. Okay, don't be scared. You're going to hear these, hear of wars and rumors of wars. That's what we always hearing of wars and rumors and wars. Some of you people, if you were born after 9/11, you was born into a war. All these things have to happen. These things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Continue reading.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
Read that part again.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
See, nations are going to rise against nation, and kingdoms against kingdoms. That's what you are seeing. And it's going to be all the way down. The nation, the nations, racial wars. All right, it's going to be wars against other countries. Okay, continue. And there shall be
famine.
And there shall be famines. Them grocery stores ain't full like they used to be. You can't just go get any old thing. I went to the store to get something. They must have only had 3 cans, and I bought it. I bought 3 cans on different days. I had to get the ladder to look in the back. They had no more. I'm like, this is common stuff. You can't even get the food that you regularly get. You know, I like to go get a certain kind of water. I just keep pulling them. They ain't getting restocked until it's done. The shelves are bare. Okay, continue.
Salaki out of one a couple days ago. I went to the store to get some green bell pepper.
Yeah,
No stores have it. Took like a day.
you're gonna have to color it. All I seen was yellow and red or orange. Yellow and
correct.
That's all I seen.
That's all I seen too.
I couldn't get a green one either. All I wanted was some fajitas. Okay, continue.
And pestilence.
And pestilence. Pestilence is that disease. We have disease all over the world, running rampant, all right, destroying everything. Okay, that's the pestilence. That's what's going on. This is how we know the signs of the times. This is how we know when Christ is return is nearing. Okay, continue.
And earthquakes in diverse places.
And earthquakes in diverse places. All right. If there's an earthquake in Cali or Tokyo, right, that is common. They have one every other day. Well, they had one a few months ago in New York. That's having earthquakes in diverse places. New York ain't known for getting earthquakes. See, that's what's going to happen when the Lord is starting to judge the earth. When everything is getting closer to our King returning, these are the things that's going to happen. Continue reading.
Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrow.
All what?
All these are the beginning of sorrow.
This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of your sorrow. You see, Christians think during this time you're going to float up in the air and escape this. It don't say that. It says this is going to be your beginning of sorrow. You better man down and get ready. You better put your feet stiff on the earth. Okay? Drop down to 11.
Verse 11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
And many false prophets shall rise and deceive many. You ever heard of Brother Polite? Oh, he deceived many. He came against UPK and he shot up the Bible and he talked all this sovereignty and all this ownership, and all he was a scam artist and a child abuser. That's what he was. Okay, thinking he's so damn grand. Okay. Oh, these false prophets. You ever hear of Elijah Muhammad? You ever hear of him? You ever hear of any of these people? These are not prophets. Okay? They're false prophets who deceive many. Okay? You ever hear of Louis Farrakhan? He said you're the Jews. But he's not going to leave that Islam with that Scientology attached to it. Not going to. Continue reading.
Verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
You see, and while this iniquity is abound, while you're going through these things, all that love, yeah, you think the Crips and Bloods are going to be Crips and Bloods at this time? No, that love's going to wax cold. Okay? It's going to wax cold. Yeah, that thing is real shaky, sir. All right? Yeah. No. Yeah. If it even gets touched, that thing might tip over. Okay? The love of many is going to wax cold. Continue reading.
Verse 13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved.
Read that one more time.
But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved.
It says, but he that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Let me get a call though. The same shall be saved, right? It didn't say you go in the room with your pastor and you say a little prayer with him and you saved. It says he that endures to the end. You have to endure until the end, all the way. There ain't no hold your point real quick. There ain't no short time with this. Okay, what you are going to have to do is you are going to have to to draw down, all right, and stand firm. Because if you don't, and you don't endure to the end, you're going to be wasted away. You're going to be put to the side, okay? And that's what you do not want. It's going to be a very uncomfortable feeling for any of us who don't make it, okay? Go ahead, Yagana.
Yeah, I don't want the Christians say they say.
They definitely say that.
They've been dumped in the water. They good.
Exactly. Because they think it's a feeling.
They can't wait.
Exactly. They think it's some feeling. They think it's some feeling. They think it's something just so magical. When it's all about what you do. It tells them faith without works is dead, but they're not going to believe that. All right. Hey, Yaqua. You can pick it up. Let me see if I can hear you. Is that speaker on, Tamakia? Yaqua. Can you hear me? Hold on. All right, Yaganan, just keep reading. I can't hear him. We have verse
14.
Nah, drop down to 21. Yep,
Okay, Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
You see, it says it's going to be great tribulation. All right, that's what's going to happen in this earth. It's going to be tribulation. It says such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor shall ever be. Like this is going to be the greatest battle, and that's Armageddon. Okay, continue reading.
Verse 22. And except those days shall be shortened, there shall be no flesh be saved.
You see, and if finish that out.
But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
You see, if the Most High didn't shorten these days, there wouldn't be no flesh left to save. Your oppressor would eat you until there was no more of us. Okay, it said, but for the elect's sake shall the days be shortened. Because if he just lets this thing continue and continue and continue, they'll figure out a way to exterminate us all. Okay? Continue reading.
Verse 23. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not.
You see, every Christian thinks Christ is in their church every Sunday. They say, oh, come over here. This is where Christ is. Oh, come over here. This is where Christ is. All right? Well, it's telling you. It said, if any man say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. Continue reading.
Verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
You see, our elect are being. You think it's some sign and some wonder that they got some big mega church. You think because they could draw in so many people, you think, oh, this got to be where Christ is. That's why so many people think the Lord is with T.D. Jakes and with Creflo Dollar and with all of them. But these are false prophets, and they deceive you because their goal is money. That's why you can't even come in there if you don't have money. Like having money is a requirement to get into those mega churches. You don't just show up and go sit down. They don't have that. Okay? Verse 30.
Verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
See, that's what he's going to come with. He's going to come out that sky with 200 million angels, all right, and all the tribes on the earth, Most High in Christ. All the tribes, God, I don't want to come. All the tribes on the earth, they are going to mourn, okay? And when we see the Most High, we see him coming in those clouds, we're going to see him with all his power, with all his glory. That is a military, okay? Let's get Revelations 1 and 7.
Book of Revelation.
Hold on 1 second, because I'm going to have you use this mic. So, let's see. All right, that should be too wild.
Book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen.
You see, all these kingdoms on earth, they're going to wail, okay? They're going to wail, all right? It said, behold, he cometh in a cloud, all right? And every eye shall see him, also which pierce him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, okay? The Christian church will make you think they're just going to be bowing and what, crying in his glory. That's what they say, okay? That's not what's going to be happening. This is the wail that you're going to hear. Give me Isaiah 13 and 6.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 6. How ye for the day of the Lord.
What?
How ye for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
You think it's going to be some grand day when Christ comes down. You think Christ is coming down to hug and kiss your babies. You think he's coming down to do what? To just give everybody love. Okay? It says howl ye. You know what a howl is? A howl is a hollering out, a screech. All right? That's a howl ye. For the day of the Lord is at hand, and it shall come as destruction from the Almighty. Okay? Let me see if I want that. Oh, yeah. I got to have that. Give me Revelations 11 and 12. Because this is important to understand, man. Like, they taught you about some rapture. They taught you about all this nonsense. But this is what's going to be happening during these times. All right. This is what we're all trying to be a part of. Is this right here? Go ahead.
Book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying, up to them, come up hither. And they ascended up to the heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
You see that? It said a great voice from heaven saying, saying unto them, come up hither. All right. When it's saying come up hither, ascend to heaven in the cloud, well, we know that chariots are synonymous with the clouds, right? So that's what it's talking about. This is talking about us being saved from the destruction that's going to happen here in America. It's only going to take 1 hour for this place to be destroyed. 1 hour. Okay. And we're going to ascend up to heaven, meaning go up in those UFOs, okay, what you would call them, but we're going to go up in a chariot, all right, and be saved and spared from all the destruction that is going on in the earth. Give me Matthew 24. Let's run through some of this. Matthew 24 and 37.
Book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
You see, as the days of Noah were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Okay? It's going to be like that. What were they doing in the days of Noah? They were partying. Oh, they were listening to Sexy Red in the days of Noah. Oh, yeah. They was twerking on they was getting it in. Little baby, doing whatever drugs, having whatever illicit sex. They didn't care. Okay? Just like you telling people right now, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. They don't give a damn. They're on 6th Street. They're on Rainy Street. They're at the Domain. Okay? That's what is going on. All right? Continue reading.
Verse 38. For also in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving into marriage, till the day that Noah entered into the ark.
You see? Hey, before the flood, they were eating and drinking. That's going on now, right? They were marrying. I know somebody's cousin got married yesterday. Okay? Friday. Somebody getting married, right? Until the day of Noah. Until Noah entered in that ark. All right? Right now, you better enter into this ark. All right? You better get into this one body right here in One West under the Commanding General Yohana. Because if not, when them doors close on that ark, there ain't nothing nobody can do to help you. Okay? That's why we trying to get a seat now. We're looking for our seat right now. Heck, Maki, I don't know what I did with the other. Continue reading.
Verse 39. And knew not until the flood came.
Here, you can just leave it in here and then just so you can turn it.
And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
So it's going to be like that. Just going to be partying until them doors are closed. Don't wait till the doors are closed to try to get on the ark. All right? Get on the ark now while the doors are open. Hell, help build it. Okay? Put your brick in. That's what we are all here doing. We're all here trying to put a brick in. Okay? Continue reading.
Verse 40. Then shall two of them be in the field, and one shall be taken, and the other left.
See, this is what the Christians call the rapture. That's one's going to be in the field, and the other one's going to be, well, you say one's going to be left in the field, and one's going to be taken. All right? This ain't no rapture. This is you being able to go up in a chariot versus the other one not being able to. Okay? That's as simple as that. Continue reading.
Verse 41.
Say the same thing.
Two women shall be grinding at the mill, and one shall be taken, and the other left.
You see? Because one is the truth and one's not. Okay? Continue reading.
Verse 42.
Uh-huh.
Watch therefore, ye shall know not what hour the Lord doeth come.
You see? So you might be at work. You might be at camp. You might be anywhere. So you don't know the day that the Lord's coming. So you better watch out. Okay? Because he could come right now. And where do you stand with him? If he comes right this second, how is he going to look at you? Let's get Isaiah. You have something you want to say or what?
Yeah, well, you know
go ahead.
How our people are, we like to, what they say, we like to turn up. That's probably telling Noah, you drunk old man, you don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
I'm about to do me.
Yep.
So Christ said, okay, I'm about to do me too.
Exactly.
And the doors closed then.
Christ do him. It's going to be the ultimate. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Go ahead with.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 26 and verse 10.
No, verse 20.
Verse 20. Salakia. Come, my people. Enter.
Come who?
Come, my people.
You see, it ain't saying come everybody. This is the Old Testament. In the Old Testament, we know who his people are. Okay? It's going to be the same people. His people in the Old Testament is his people in the New Testament. Continue reading.
Enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee.
Yep.
Hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed.
See, that's what we're going to do. We're going to go up in those chariots. It says, come, my people. All right. You enter into thou chambers, right? And shut thy door about thee, and hide thyself as if it were a little moment until the indignation be overpassed. We just need to be in these chariots for a little moment while the destruction is happening on this earth. Okay. This isn't already happening. This is a prophecy that's going to happen. Go ahead.
Verse 21. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity.
So this is letting you know this is end times, right? Because it said the Lord is going to come out of his place to punish the inhabitants for their iniquity. What is our iniquity? Shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster, dealing with the other nations, right? Hating your brother, hating your sister. That's our iniquities, okay? Wanting to be like the other nations, not wanting to follow our laws, our statutes, our commandments. Continue reading.
The earth also shall disclose her blood, shall no more cover her slain.
And see, when that blood is running through those streets, you're not going to have time to cover your slain. Those bodies, you're not going to have burials at this time. You're not gonna have a service, a ceremony. They're going to be laid out there in the street with their blood flowing. It said the earth shall disclose her blood, and it shall no more cover their slain. Go ahead, also the Maki.
Where the clouds, they would be huge, just drinking out of the unalive people.
Yeah.
So say.
Yeah. Imagine a vulture in that day. They're gonna have plenty food. Yeah, they ain't gonna have to fly no more. They just gonna walk. You just gonna see them walking. Okay, that's what's going to happen. That's what is coming. Okay. Give me Jeremiah 16 and 14.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 14. Therefore, behold, the day is coming, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that bringeth up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
All right, so we celebrate the Passover every year because the Lord brought us up out of the land of Egypt, up out of that oppression, right? Well, modern day Egypt is right here in America, and the Lord is going to bring us up out of this oppression, up out of this time, up out of this hell, up out of this Egypt, right? Continue reading.
Verse 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
From where?
From the land of the north.
See, that's where we at. We in the land of the north right now. We're in the North America, Northern Hemisphere, right? We're in the land of the north, all right? And just like we needed to be taken out of Egypt, this is how you know this Bible is writing this act, because it knows where the Lord's people are. And that's why I said we gotta get taken up out of the land of the north. Continue.
And from all the lands, whether he had taken them.
And we were spread against all four corners of the earth. So all our people in those other lands that we spread out to, it said he's gonna get them from there where he has driven them. Go ahead.
And I will bring them again into their land that I gave it to their fathers.
You see? And we're going to go into that land that he gave our fathers. Give me Isaiah 14. We'll start at 1. And see, when we get that land that he gave our fathers, that is going to be heaven. Okay? That is going to be heaven. And let's see how heaven should look. Go ahead.
Book of Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and I will yet choose Israel. I will set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
You see, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, all these lands that we think is ours. We think Puerto Rico, we think Cuba, we think Haiti, we think Mexico. We have a land. We have a promised land, the land of milk and honey that the Lord is given to us. And it said we're going to bring the strangers there, and they will be joined to them, and they will cleave into the house of Jacob. Continue.
Verse 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
You see, we were in captivity, and those people who had us in captivity, we're going to take them into captivity, and we will rule over our oppressors. See, that is a glorious thing, because the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we don't have any understanding about rulership. We have been ruled over for so long that is what's natural to us, and we don't want to give up that safety of the oppressor. A lot of people ain't ready for the kingdom because they feel safe under the oppressor. They never run out of malt liquor. They never run out of weed. You never run out of cocaine. You never run out of prostitutes. Okay? You never run out of all of the things that serve your lust. That's not going to be in the kingdom. You're not going to have access to those things. Okay? So we got to understand that when we take them captives, we are going to rule over our oppressor, and we will no longer be ruled over. Okay? Continue reading.
Verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from thy hard bondage, wherein thou wast made to serve.
See, we have the fear. We have the hard bondage, right? We need the rest. We need the rest. Rest meaning safety, okay? So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we need safety. We need rest. We need to be rescued because we are the ones being hunted in the streets. Lamentation says they hunt thy steps, okay? We're the ones being hunted in the courts. We're the ones being hunted in their school systems. We're the ones being hunted by their philosophies. So we need rest from our sorrow and from our hard bondage, because everything they do to plague our mind is bondage. They have mental bondage over us. That's why we believe that we are nothing. That's why we believe that we are the scum of the earth when we are the greatest people to ever be on the earth. All right, we are the Lord's chosen people. Okay, give me verse 4.
Verse 4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor seized the golden city?
You see, when America burns, okay, that's how you're gonna say how the oppressor seized this golden city. See, you're gonna be wondering. People are gonna be out there looking like, I can't believe it, because nobody thinks this empire will fall. There's nobody out there. Everybody thinks this is just so strong and that it's going to last forever, but it's not. Okay. Give me Zechariah 13:8.
Look at Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in the land that the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
You see, this is a sad realization that we might have to realize, because it says that 2/3 is going to be cut off. 2/3, because they don't, we be out there. People don't want to hear the truth. People don't care, and also, the spirit your spirit is going to recognize this. Your spirit is going to come back to this. It says the spirit of the prophets are subjected to the prophets. Okay, there's only a few people. This isn't something that's going to be popular. The Most High ain't popular. Following the law, statutes, and commandments, it ain't popular. It ain't the thing to do in the earth. Okay, the thing to do in the earth is to YOLO. That's the thing to do. You only live once. To do me, to do you. People feel like their opinions and doing them is wise when it's absolutely not. Okay, continue reading.
Verse 9. And I will bring thee, and I will bring the third part through the fire. I will refine them as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, is it my people? And they shall say, the Lord is my God.
You see, and that third part, they're going to be tried. All right. That's how you try things. That's how you shape metal. You shape metal in the fire. Damn, Tamakia. Hold on. Next time, just wear one headpiece in class. Okay. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Gold is tried in the fire. That's how you purify it. If you watch how they get gold and you see, and then you have to see how they purify it. They purify it with that heat. Okay. Continue reading. Oh, that was it on that?
Yeah.
Let me get Revelations 18. 18 and 9.
Book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication live deliciously with her.
You see, all these kings of the earth, they live deliciously with America. They come here and they get gas stations. They come here and they get whole communities in your community, right? Next to your community. They come, they put all their stores, all their shops in your neighborhood, and then they take that money and they give it to their people, right? So they live deliciously off of America. We know that the Arabs are going to come. They're going to have a gas station. You got to go there to get all your gas, all your cigarettes, all your Black and Milds, all your blunts, all your malt liquor. Okay. Then they know they're gonna put some little Chinese spots there because only Chinese can fry chicken. You know. Then they're gonna put a Korean barbecue because only Koreans can barbecue. Okay. Then they're gonna put a African braiding shop because only Africans can braid. Okay. You see, and you're gonna give your money to all these people, and you know what they're gonna do? They're going to take the money back to their community. They're going to build their community. They're going to empower their children. And what are you going to do? You're just going to keep giving them all your money, all your resources, and never support anybody who does a job they do in your own community. And that is the sad thing about what's going on with us. Continue reading.
Shall beware her and lament for her. When they shall see the smoke of her burning.
It's going to be burning so bad here. They're going to see it from their countries, and they're going to wail. They're going to cry out, and they're going to lament for her. Okay? They're going to cry. They're going to be hurt because they're going to know that it is over. Continue reading.
Salaki out of one.
Go ahead.
And lament is grief and sorrow. So we would say they lost the bag. So
yeah,
that's why they're going to be crying because their bag is gone.
It's gone. No more profiting off of the Lord's chosen people. No more degrading the people you call scum on this earth. You are going to see when a black man cracks that sky, you're going to understand that those people that you used and abused and made so much money off of, the tables will turn. Because this is what's going to happen. Continue.
Verse 10, standing afar off from the fear of her torment.
See, they're going to stand far off. They're going to be in their countries, bewailing and lamenting for the fear of her torment, for everything that she is going through, for the things that's going to happen here in America. Because what?
Saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city.
All right, right there. Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, for this mighty city. This is talking about America right here. This is a prophecy about what's going to happen right here in North America. Continue for how long is it going to take?
For 1 hour.
For how long?
For 1 hour.
For 40 days and 40 nights.
For 1 hour.
For 1 hour, this place will be destroyed. That's all it's going to take. Imagine how big America is. Imagine how much stuff is here. In 1 hour, this place is going to be destroyed. Continue.
For in 1 hour is our judgment come.
For in 1 hour has that judgment come. All the stuff you did in this land against the Lord's chosen people, you better understand it's coming. All right. Go up to verse 4.
Verse 4, Salaki out of one. They got hydrogen bombs and they got fusion bombs.
Oh, yeah.
Hydrogen bombs don't have any radiation.
Yeah.
But they also create a shock wave. So even without the radiation, the fallout, the shock wave or whatever will cut you in half. Or it'll throw buildings, it'll throw trees, it'll throw glass. It's still just as bad. It'll bust your eardrums.
Yep.
And with the fusion bomb, whatever, because you got the radiation, and it's gonna go 2 miles each way. Even the underground bunkers, a couple miles down, they're gonna still get crushed.
Yeah, they gonna feel it. Yeah, they definitely gonna feel it. No, you absolutely right. But hey, ain't nothing gonna be. You know what's gonna saw them in half? You know them sound waves gonna hit them when Christ cracked that sky. That sound wave is going to destroy them. Salakia, read verse 11, and then we'll go to 4.
Verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her. For no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
You see, no man's buying their merchandise. Ain't no more commerce. Ain't no more you sending your imports over here. There ain't no more import and export. You're not getting another dime. That's why the merchants are going to weep. They're going to mourn because there ain't going to be no more buying. Now jump up to 4.
Salaki, I don't want no more United Nations.
You said what?
No more United Nations.
You said
no more UN.
Oh yeah, no more. Yeah, no more United Nations.
That's it.
Yeah, they're done.
Verse 4.
They ain't united any damn way.
Come. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, and they be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues.
See, it said, hey, that voice is telling us we got to come out of her. Because hey, if we want to participate, we want to eat the shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. We want to live alternative lifestyles. We want to go against the law, statutes, and commandments. That we are going to receive the same plagues as our enemy. Okay, like it says, you will be made a publican, all right, and a heathen, and that's what will happen. Continue reading.
Verse 5. For her sins have reached into heaven. For God has remembered her iniquities.
You see, these sins, they have reached to heaven. Everything that your oppressor has done to you, the Lord sees. All right. Of course, we were supposed to go into captivity, but we was not supposed to. All those things happen. We wasn't supposed to lose our name. Okay, they didn't have to take our name away. They didn't have to be so cruel and diabolical. All right. But they didn't care because they have a perpetual hatred. And since they have a perpetual hatred for you, they do these things. And since they did all these things, feeding your babies to alligators, okay, since they did breaking of the buck, all of these horrible things, slavery, Jim Crow, all of the things that they've done to you, those sins have reached up to heaven. And the Most High is going to rectify those. And once he rectifies them, then everybody will know that you are. Give me Deuteronomy Deuteronomy 7 and 6. Give me that real quick. This is where everybody is going to realize and need to understand what you are.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
See, you are a special people. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you are special unto the Most High. Okay? That's the most important thing to understand, because this world will make you feel so unspecial. This world will make you feel so unimportant. This world will make you feel so minuscule. But you need to know that you are important to God, to the Most High. Okay? You are a chosen people. All right? A special people. Above, continue.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Next to all people.
Above all people.
See, you're supposed to be above all. Above all people that's on the face of the earth. Okay? Not next to, not equal, not hand in hand, but above, better. Continue reading.
Verse 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor chose you, because you were more in number than any people, for ye were the fewest of all people.
You see, we weren't more in number. We were the fewest. But the Lord chose us to be a special people. Continue. Let's see why.
Verse 8. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he had sworn to your fathers.
See, that's what it is. The Lord loved you. I know your Christian pastor says that the Lord loves everybody. He wants to make it for everybody, but it's not. Continue reading.
Hath the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen, from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt.
You see, the Lord loved us. Okay? He loves us and he hates. You know, they don't think the Lord hates. Give me that. Give me Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. Because y'all believe that he just loves everybody and don't understand that he's going to come back and he is going to rectify all the wrong that was on this earth. Okay? 13.
13.
Yep.
Book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
You see, Jacob has he loved. Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes, okay, of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Esau is the father of the Edomites. Adonius, your oppressor, okay? He hates your oppressor, all right? So why the hell do you love your oppressor so much? You think he's so great. You think he's great because they gave you that image of Caesar Borgia. That's why you think that they're so great, not even understanding that they are the devil that the Bible speaks of. And it says, as it is written. Where is this written? That's what we need to understand. Because what it says in the Old Testament, in the New Testament, it says the same thing in the Old Testament. You see, they want to separate it because they want to get you away from your laws, you know, away from your covenant, away from the oath that you took with the Most High. And if they can do that, then you won't have your power because you won't be following the laws, the statutes, and commandments. Okay? Give me Malachi chapter 1, verse 3, or 1, verse 2.
Book of Malachi chapter 1 and verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet you say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord. yet I loved Jacob.
You see, he loves so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He said, I hated Esau. And okay, continue.
Verse 3. And I hated Esau.
And I what?
And I hated Esau.
The Lord hates Esau. The Lord hates your oppressor. The Lord does not give a damn about these other nations. And see, we want to keep inviting people into something that we should hold so sacred. All right. This book, this Bible, this is our book. All right. It's our Declaration of Independence. It's our records. Okay. Records about our nations, a record about our laws, our statutes, our commandments, our King and our God. We shouldn't want to give this to everybody. Okay. When the Asians are teaching karate, they're not giving that. They wasn't giving that to everybody. Okay. I remember when Bruce Lee was teaching, he got his back broke because he was teaching what they call the Guai Lo. You ain't supposed to be teaching people outside of your nation or bringing them into your sacred covenants, to your sacred culture. All right. That is supposed to be sacred for you and your people. But only us, we want to make it for everybody. We want to open this book and we want to say, oh, everybody come, because we're all brothers and sisters in Christ. You're not even brothers and sisters at your damn slavery. You're not even brothers and sisters when you out there in the streets, right? You are an enemy. Your oppressor looks at you like the enemy. You should start looking at him like the enemy, because if not, we're just going to continue to be destroyed. All right, let me get Amos chapter 5 and 18.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, and verse 17.
No, 18.
18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
Read that again.
Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
It says, woe unto you that desires the day of the Lord. Why are you desiring the day of the Lord? Christians, they can't wait for Christ to return. Okay? They can't wait, not understanding what that even means. Okay? Not understanding. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Not understanding. Read that one more time.
Come. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord.
Woe unto you. You think Christ coming back? You think it's about to be such a wonderful day. You're gonna float up. You're gonna hug and kiss all your family who passed before you. All your family. You think y'all about to meet and just be in heaven and hanging out. And you think it's about to be some great thing, but it's not. Christ is coming back, and he is coming back not for peace, but with a sword. Continue reading.
To what end is it for you?
To what end is it for you? What is it benefiting you right now? And you want the Lord to come back when you have a drug addiction. All right. You're sleeping with prostitutes. Okay. You're doing all these things, and you want the Lord to come back. To what end is it for you? What's going to be so great for you if the Lord come back right now, right here in your lust, while you sitting in your lust, while you sitting in your flesh right now? It's not going to be anything good for you. All right, continue.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light.
The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. It's not going to be some grand thing. Hold on, I need to get this real quick. I need to get some of this real quick. And then I'll jump back up. Matthew 10 and 34. Because this is not about to be a sweet time, as you was taught. You was taught this is going to be a great day, because we was taught the rapture. We was taught that we're just going to float up in the air, and that we'll be safe from the tribulations, as long as you believe and confess that Christ is your Savior, right? We wasn't taught nothing about endure to the end. We wasn't taught nothing about what Christ is going to actually do. Okay? Let me see. Yeah, just start there. Just 10 and 34.
Book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 34.
Uh-huh.
Think not that I am come to send peace on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
I come not to send peace, but a sword.
See, Christ is coming with a sword. You know, everybody think he's coming to send peace. It says right here, I'm not come to send peace, but I come with a sword. I come to right the wrongs of the earth. And that's what it is. This earth needs a purge. It needs a righteous purge. This earth needs righteous leadership. That's why I say when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. We are all in mourning all around the world. But when the righteous beareth rule, the people will rejoice. Christ has to come and do a major cleansing because this place is horrible. This place is disgusting, vile, and wicked. Continue reading.
Verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 36. And a man's foe shall be they of his own household.
You see, a man's foe should be they of their own household. You deal with this now. You know, your mama hate that you in the truth. Your wife hates you that you're in the truth. Your cousin, okay? Somebody hate you, all right? Somebody's going to hate that sister for being in the school. Somebody's going to hate that brother for being in the school who's in their own family. It's going to be against his own household. A man's foes shall be of his own household. They won't be a friend to him. They won't be family. They'll become an enemy unto him. Continue reading.
Verse 37. For them, he's another father.
No, you could drop that. Now let's go back and let me get Wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, the Apocrypha, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5. We could probably start at 1.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and verse 1. Then shall a righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
See, in that day, the righteous man, you'll get to stand bold before the faces which some has afflicted you. Okay? That's what we want to be able to do. We want to be able to stand bold in this truth. Continue.
And made no account of his labor.
Continue reading.
Verse 2. For they see it.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2.
For they see it. They shall be troubled with terrible fear. It shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Read that one more time.
For they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. It shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
See, when they see Christ, they're going to be troubled with terrible fear. Okay? You see, I don't want to go too far. It says, it shall be amazed by the strangeness of his salvation. What does that mean? What does that mean that they shall be amazed by the strangeness of his salvation? Young man. You almost there. You just took the wrong angle to mock you.
And you looking for it to be right.
And I'm looking for it to be exact. It says at the strangeness of his salvation.
Salvation for the Jews.
All right, not that. That's not what I'm. It is for the Jews. Why will they be amazed by the strange? What's going to be strange about Christ? Because who have they been looking for? I mean, in every damn Bible, they wasn't looking for him. Yeah, that's the answer. What was you going to say?
Caesar Borgia.
Yes, we've been looking for Caesar Borgia. We think that's who's coming out of sky. An oppressor with dirty blonde hair, right? With a toga on and a scarlet scarf. That's who we thinking. But no, when he come out, you're going to be troubled with terrible fear. Okay? You're going to be troubled. Hey, somebody find me that Christ, the austere man. Okay?
That's in Luke, I think.
Okay? The strangers of his salvation so far beyond all that look for. Okay? When you see a black man from the tribe of Judah come out, you're going to be like, good night. Who is this? Officer Naquan, you got anything you want to add? No. Count on the one kind. Yeah, let me get that. You got it? Which Luke 19:21? Let's get that.
Book of Luke, chapter 19, and verse 21. For I fear thee, because thou art an austere man.
Mm-hmm.
Thou takest up that thou layest not down, and reapest that thou didst not sow.
Let me tell you what that toga wearing alternative lifestyle couldn't do. He couldn't come around no blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, all right, like this. It said, for I fear thee, because they are austere. Give me the definition of austere. It said, taketh up what thou layest down, and reapeth what thou did not sow. Christ's going to come through and pick his portions. Okay? Oh, what's that? Yeah. I'll take that. Oh, what's that? Yeah. I'm going to take that too. You think he's coming to hug and kiss you in the mouth?
Austere, severe, or strict in manner.
You see, he was severe. He was strict in manner. Continue.
Attitude or appearance.
Got an attitude. You think he gonna love you? I don't think they read where the woman came up and was talking to the and they asked Christ something, and he said not a word to her. It said he answered her not a word. Okay, continue.
Severe, stern, strict.
Continue. Give me some of them other ones in there. Give me that cold. Give me that unforgiving. Give me all those, the synonyms. Who got some of them? They got some synonyms in there. Harsh.
That would be considered like rude too.
Yep.
Distant, remote.
Distant and remote. Reserved.
Hard and terrible.
Hardcore. Ooh-wee.
No nonsense.
No nonsense. Oh, Christ is about no nonsense.
Unsmiling.
You think he's coming to be so loving and happy, and you literally think he's going to come and smile at you?
Mean looking.
He's mean looking. He is not smiling. Unforgiving. Go ahead, Tamakia. Let's see.
Book of John, chapter 6, verse 44. This to show how coming directly to Christ.
Oh no, what you say? I'll pull it on there real quick. John and what?
6 and 44.
All right, hold on. Let me get there real quick. All right, here we go. But I'll say it ain't gonna be real quick, but it'll be as quick as this lesson.
Oh, let's start at 43.
Yeah, let's start there.
It's the book of John, chapter 6, verse 43. Jesus therefore answered and said unto them, murmur not among yourselves.
Mm-hmm.
44. No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day.
And you want that to go with Luke, with all steer? I wouldn't use that with the all steer, but I would use it with nah. I mean all right, so how do you want to correlate that together?
He basically said, you don't know the way this book for weeks. I can you up, right? Because a lot of times, like Pharisees still amongst us, showing us do it wrong. Like he said, do as they say, but not as they do.
Yeah.
Christ trying to show us how to do it and how to say it.
Yeah, I wouldn't use that with the all steer though. Not with the all steer one. Nah, not with that. All right, let's go back to Luke 19, and we'll pick it up at 22. And then we'll close it out.
Look at Luke chapter 19 and verse 22.
Uh-huh.
And he said unto him, out of thy own mouth will I judge thee, thou wicked servant. Thou knowest that I was an austere man, taking up that I laid not down, and reaping that I did not sow.
You see, Christ is a austere man. And when he comes back, he's going to rectify. That's why it's going to be the last battle. It said there was one that the earth has never seen. Okay? And our king is going to come out on top, and there will be a change, because when Esau world's in, Jacob's will reign with an everlasting foundation. Okay? And that's why I wanted to bring up this Armageddon, because our oppressors are preparing for war. We read the article earlier where the Orthodox Jews will now be a part of Israel's draft. Okay? They're just like we have a draft, just like you're going to have to be registered here. That is going to happen everywhere, because everybody is going to build up their military. That's why they're having these little wars, these wars and rumors of wars, because all this stuff is building up for the one great war. All these things have to happen. These are the beginning of sorrows. And what these nations are going to do is they're going to keep building their militaries, because they believe they have a shot when there is absolutely no chance. Any questions? What you got? Yes.
But if they was really Israel, you know what I'm saying, and they believe that the God of Israel is still with them, they wouldn't be crying about war.
Yeah, because if they were the real chosen people of God, but they are not. You know what I mean? They are absolutely not. Okay. All right. Let me cut that. All right. I don't see nothing. All right. With that, we're going to Armageddoning. We'll give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Bragatah. We're going to Sar, turn, face the sisters rise. Give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Majim Shabbat, Majim, Barak, Yahweh Shkamola Latamba Hashem Yahusha. Yajabata. Class dismissed.